to time, as it always does. Very punctual here, aren't they?
Yeah, so I know Matt Pinson led that race, so he would keep things on time. Sir Matt.
Very busy man this week.
You're going to see a very big guy here, Ollie Zeidler, who jumped onto the scene in 2018, actually, through rowing. He got pushed into it through rowing on the ergo, on the indoor row machine.
Against Jack Burns, who's on the Berkshire station in this Diamonds heat. So another long, gruelling 7 or 8 minutes ahead of them.
Another Edinburgh rower. A few Scots down here today. He's up against the European champion, Ollie Zeidler from Germany. He's the international sculler. He's very relaxed in his face there. He makes that boat nose always look small, doesn't he?
Jack Burns, as you say, Edinburgh University, on the championship singles at Marlow. Raced at GB final trials for 3 years.
And he's not letting him go. He's sticking with him. He's sticking with this international rower.
It's a great opportunity for him, isn't it?
It really is. I mean, this is the kind of platform that Henley gives you. You can race side by side with world Olympic champions, and
he could get noticed.
He certainly is, and he's pretty good form here.
So Ollie Zeidler from Germany is trying to look cool and relaxed, but he may be a bit unnerved by Jack Burns' powerful start. Knows he's got a race ahead of him.
He's going to face some tough competition this week, but Jack Burns staying in touch alone. Ollie Zeidler, you can see the bounce of his boat. He's a big guy. That M-Packer, that yellow boat, is just going up and down quite a lot. It's pretty quite hard to move that 105 kilos body weight he's got too softly. So you're going to get a little bit of bounce in the hull. But there he goes, eking away a little bit now.
I watched you row many times, Jess. Were you a baseball hat wearer, either forwards or backwards?
That was not my look.
You definitely weren't a backwards baseball hat wearer.
Well, I was always in the women's 8, and you have to coordinate with 8 other women, and can you imagine the conversations before the races? Difference.
Well, knowing some of the characters and personalities in those 8s, yes, I think.
Tell you, I mean, rowing was hard enough, but choosing between visors and caps was another whole different ball game.
Sunglasses or not?
Oh yeah, get your sunglasses on. And he's keeping it very tight race here. I would have predicted Ollie Zeidler would have moved away quite closely, but this is a very good row from the Edinburgh sculler.
Eye-catching from Jack Burns if he wants to try and break into the British squad. And they have got some really high-quality single scullers at the moment, so it's a competitive department, but he's certainly doing something here, isn't he?
He certainly is. He's staying in touch, you know, and if he can stay on top of Ollie Zeidler's stern, see what kind of sprint he's got. But we're coming through the middle of the course now, so he just has to keep in touch here in the single scull. He has done GB trials, so he's used to racing against the best in GB. He's no slouch when it comes to racing against these international guys.
Oliver Zeidler, as you mentioned, he's a big man, 105 kilos. Jack is only 97 kilos.
You say only, doesn't he? Yeah. That's a big guy.
Compared to it's only. And yeah, coach at Clydesdale Amateur Rowing Club as well. So he's busy in the world of rowing.
You can see the German blades tapping his boat along now. He's probably trying to make sure he sits on top of Jack Burns, doesn't let him come back. He's got a lot of boat to move this week, racing against some stiff competition. So if that was me, I'd probably try and use as little energy as possible, but not making it easy work for him. Great shot overhead. You can see how strong Ollie Zeidler is. Look at those arms, with his legs. Obviously, use that power in a loose, long way.
Yeah, it's very rhythmic and repeatable, isn't it?
Yeah, and you sometimes see a lot of guys coming into the sport, guys and girls coming into the sport who are big, strong rowers and not necessarily able to translate that into the technique it requires to move the single scull, but you've certainly proved you can do that.
Every stroke identical, which is another hallmark of elite performance, isn't it? Being able to produce the same stroke time and time and time again. Same in any sport, isn't it? Golfers with a swing.
Consistency. Yeah. Consistency is probably one of the biggest things we're looking for in our sport. The crew that will win is the crew that can do the least amount of bad strokes. which is an odd thing
That's
to
a
say.
very strange way of looking at it. That's a head scrambler.
Yeah, it really is. But that's for me. I think that's anyone can do a few good strokes. Anyone could probably get the boat up to pace the same way. You take less bad strokes than the crew next to you.
What they say is 200 something strokes in a 2,000 metre race, isn't it?
Yeah.
240 strokes, is it, that you work towards?
Depends if you're one of these, if you're the lightweights from Ireland and rating 40.
Depends
or,
what boat you're in.
Yeah, 260 strokes, something like that. A few more strokes here at Henley, but against the stream. Not much stream there today, though. I think actually the course is looking quite nice. A little bit of a breeze on the Thames, but perfect conditions for a rower.
Gentlest breezes. And the crowds are there to encourage you along. He doesn't look ruffled in the slightest, does he?
No, it's a good shot of his legs there to see the squeeze of the hull. We don't just slam our legs down. You have to pick up that boat. Single scull, you want to pick it up. You got the most amount of boat per person. It's about 14 kilos a single scull. You don't just jump on it. You drop and squeeze the legs. So you're always looking to see someone's legs, so they actually look like they've got a hold of the boat underneath them. And that's a really good example for any young rowers looking here. This guy's strong. He could slam his legs down if he wants to, but he's got a good squeeze on the hull.
It's good viewing, particularly for Ollie Zeidler of Germany. He's almost got this race done. He's in front of Stewards, who'll move in the next couple of minutes. It's a lonely place. I think Jack Burns takes lots of credit out of this race, whatever happens in the last couple of 100 metres, because for the first half, he gave it everything, didn't he?
Absolutely. You can see the kind of difference between the sculling techniques there. Ollie was very, very still. There's a little bit more of a wiggle here from Jack Burns coming down there. But he's a strong guy, and I think he's put a very good performance here against outstanding competition.
So for Jack Burns' coach, you try and lose the wiggle? Or is that innate? Is that going to be something very difficult to
Some
change?
scullers are absolutely innate, yeah, but just comparing the two scullers on the left of the screen here, you can see Ollie's very still, not much movement at all through his trunk, through his body, and you want to put all the energy into the boat, into the spoons. Any wiggle is just excess energy. So
Economy of movement. Again, that's common to all sports, isn't it?
absolutely, but you know, it's easier to say that when you're sitting 2 lengths up. If you're 2 lengths down, you're probably doing everything you can to get closer. So
I think you've got to dig deep and put more effort in,
Yeah.
and actually it's technically not necessarily the right thing to do. So heading to the line now, it's the German Ollie Zeidler. Composed, relaxed, stylish performance from him. Through he goes to the later stages of Diamond Challenge Sculls. Good performance from the youngster Jack Burns. 25 years old, Edinburgh University student. Take lots of credit from that.